Hey, CrunkChocolate here. And I am excited for this one of the many new additions to Shades of Blue Network. It's an Arsenal podcast. I'm excited to get some Gunners in here. And when I thought, all right, should probably bring an Arsenal podcast here. And when I was trying to think of people, I was thinking about Arsenal in general and the type of people of Arsenal that I like, that I think they'd like to have them represented. And it's one, fashion, and it's not necessarily like being fashion forward, but it's like how you are is fashion. Like, you do your own thing. And then the other is music and culture. So from there, I was like, all right, who of the many Gunners, I know so many of y'all, that I could reach out to and hopefully want to bring into this family that we're trying to build. And honestly, it was a quick decision. I think y'all were actually one of the first people I reached out to in general. Byron, Paulina, uh, listeners, they will do their own introductions, and you will see and understand pretty quickly uh, why, as people, individuals, and characters, I picked them to push the rhetoric of Arsenal. And so they're going to do their thing, and you're going to enjoy it. I've said enough now. Here are they. Love you guys.
Wow. What an intro, bro. Appreciate
Right?
that.
Yeah.
So first of all, I'm half of the Arsenal 86 podcast. So my name is Byron. You can follow me on Twitter. We're not going to call it X. X sucks, or we call it Twitter at BYST. And yeah, I started supporting Arsenal as a kid. I saw Henri do some crazy stuff, and after that, I was hooked. And I'm really excited to be here with my buddy Paulina. She's so litty, y'all gonna love her. But yeah, that's about me. Oh, and I live in Atlanta. ATL not in the building.
Hell yeah, thanks, Byron. I'm Paulina, based in Arizona. I started following Arsenal during the not so good times, during the Emery times. So, I mean, if I started watching then, I'm true.
For sure. For sure.
I made it through the worst. I wasn't
Wait,
even there for the glory years, but
you
yeah,
know,
I'm. You can follow me on anything. I'm hair metal dad on everything.
that's perfect. Yeah, you started following Arsenal in the trenches. Like I respect you. Like I bought Arsenal when the stock was like the highest, I think, and then I just rode all the valleys. But you were in the deep in the valley. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like I got dropped off in the middle of war, just parachuted in, and then I'm like, fuck, here we are. This is what's happening.
Exactly. Oh my gosh. Oh, and y'all, so we're working on getting our handle set up on Twitter. It is at Arsenal 86 Pod. It was just created, so it's actually not available yet. But by the time this is posted, it should be there. So at Arsenal 86 Pod. And one thing about me, I have a couple of dogs too. One just walked in the room, so if you hear some barking or if you hear some squeaking, they're probably just off, playing with toys or something.
For me, my setting will probably change depending on my mood. Today, I'm at work and I set up a nice background, but there might be days where I'm feeling a little lazy. I was just telling Byron that I feel rough today. I DJ'd 4 nights in a row. I did not.
Yes.
I did not plan well.
No, you're good. That's dope too. Like, I think eventually we'll probably have some like, music mixes, intros, and stuff that Paulini creates. And yeah, it's gonna be really litty. We're gonna be the best Arsenal podcast, hands down. I know it.
100%.
Um, so first, I kind of want to talk about the Euros. Um, there's a lot to be said there, especially, we had a lot of representatives within the tournament. Trossard was out there. That's you'll find out that we really love Leandro Trossard. Like he's so dope and underrated. Of course, we had our boy Saliba out there cooking, and can't forget about Saka, Declan Rice, and who else am I forgetting? Who actually won a trophy with the Spanish team? David Raya. Yeah, yeah. Bro had all the clean sheets. I loved it.
Yeah, yeah. Hopefully it stays the same for the rest of the season. We had 11 player total in the Euros, which was quite a high number.
Wild, right?
Yeah, I knew baby boy Kivior wasn't going to make it very far in Poland, though. Lewandowski wasn't there. Like,
right.
I knew as soon as Lewandowski was injured that Poland wasn't going to make it very far. Something fun about me is my boyfriend's actually Polish, and there's this saying that goes, 2 Polacks, 3 opinions. Because they can never agree on something. They play great on other teams, but when Poland's playing together, they just can't agree.
I like that saying a lot. It is so true. Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, without Lewandowski, they really didn't have that much firepower. Actually, they played pretty well defensively. I think Kivior, I think he did a really good job. I'm really excited to see exactly what he's going to shape into at Arsenal. But, you know, I thought defensively he did pretty well. One thing that I did want to touch on is like the weirdness of the English team, especially with Gareth Southgate. I think I called him like the British Berhalter.
Yeah,
like,
I think we can all agree on that.
Yeah. And it was like absolutely dreadful watching most of their games just because there was no what's a good word for it? There was no originality. It seemed like everyone was so stiff. I don't know.
It wasn't fun to watch. It wasn't. Yeah. It was so unfun that I stopped watching England.
Yeah.
I was like, I can skip these games. It's fine. I'll watch like Copa instead. I don't fucking know. Like right. It wasn't fun. England, dare I say, was very like Mexico in the Copa. Yeah. There was just, I knew they weren't going to get past anything. Mm-hmm. I knew that they were probably going to just kind of scrape by. England, just like the Mexico team, is not a very cohesive team at the moment. And unfortunately, our Arsenal boys get to be the scapegoats for that. Like Saka was getting so much heat in the paper, but I mean, what's new?
I mean, and what really irritated me or honestly pissed me off, and I know you felt the same way too. Why is Righty chiming in? Like, why is he adding to the loud dissension that, oh, Saka needs to sacrifice himself for the team? I'm like, I'm so tired of that. Let him play on the right. Figure out the left on yourself. And I mean, I think Luke Shaw actually had a really good tournament once he played, but I'm like, why did you bring him on the team, British Berhalter, if he's not going to play until like the last couple games or last few games of the tournament? So yeah, that was really weird.
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
what are you doing?
And the whole thing with Ben White too.
Yeah,
just how he got slighted.
Yeah,
but I mean, like again, the England team was very boring to watch. So boring. France was fun to watch. Saliba, killed it.
Saliba was cooking. Like, I know initially before the tournament they were talking like he'd have to fight for his spot and all this stuff, and I'm like, nah, he's gonna start, and he started, and he played well. He was on the team of the tournament as well, so yeah, he did his thing.
He knows how to communicate. He knows how to take initiative and take action, and you could really see that in the French team, and you could see that he's gonna be a leader this year. Mm-hmm. Not that he already wasn't, but I mean, towards the end of the season last year, we were like, give the man a break. Right.
Oh, man, he needs to rest, and I'm really glad that I think that he'll actually, get that rest, because defensively we're pretty stacked now, and I think that's a good segue to our transfer part of this conversation. So the transfer window, like there wasn't much action, but at the same time, there's a lot of action. Do we talk about ESR right now or do we wait? It hurts.
We can do it now. Okay. I mean, look, one thing you guys are going to find out about me is that I fucking hate transfers. Yeah. I hate transfer rumors. I hate transfer news. I hate seeing players leave. Obviously excited to see players come in, but I am not one for rumors. I don't pay attention to any of that. I don't pay attention until it's the Arsenal Twitter tweeting it.
For sure. I'm the same way. I've been burnt so many times in the past, so I don't get excited about transfer news at all.
But our boy, ESR.
So here's where I'm conflicted. So I'm really I wish that Arteta would have played him more. I really think that he could have fit nicely, even if not in the 8 role where he tried our boy Havertz in. I think he would have been a great backup for Odegaard because Odegaard played a lot of football. But the unselfish side of me says, Fulham, he's back with Iwobi, he's back with Bernlino, like it'll kind of be like a mini Arsenal reunion, and he'll have a chance to play every weekend, and I think that'll be good for him.
Yeah, I really wanted Saka and ESR to be our next Alba and Laka.
Yeah.
And unfortunately that just didn't happen. Saka's clearly the stronger player. But I'm going to miss him. I do see that he's killing it so far.
Yeah.
Hopefully that doesn't cause issues for us during the season.
Yeah, I'm like, hey, I want Fulham
Chill
to
out.
cook. Yeah. Y'all can cook, just not when you play us. That's like the only thing.
Exactly.
And I do want to touch on another transfer piece is Goat Nini, Mohamed El Nini, one of our longest serving soldiers, the GOAT, has finally left the club. He was the last person that Arsene Wenger purchased. And so it's an end of an era, but he was such a humble servant. Like he just came in, did his job
with a fucking smile.
With a smile.
I never saw that man bummed out. I never saw him upset. He came in, did what he needed to do, and like silent. Never a complaint, always gratitude. And you know what? I'm really gonna miss him. I'm gonna miss him. I think he was a very positive influence for the club. But you're right, it is in the end of an era. Officially end of the era.
Yeah. Oh man, I'm excited for him though. Like he actually balled out a little bit in the Olympics for Egypt. They played France pretty tight. So yeah, I think he's definitely he's going to be a legend in Egypt for sure. And then other big news, we got our guy from Italy, right? So Arteta was just at home, watching everything going down with the Euros, and is like, who is that guy with the good hair? We need him on the squad. He's like, I need that. We're going to be the Arsenal thirst traps this year. That's what he said.
We have the hottest fucking team in the league.
Yeah.
Manager included.
Like, I have the text right here. Like, Arteta was like, bruh, we got to get him here. We got to get the Arsenal thirst traps. I was like, hey, do your thing, Teta. I'm not judging. Do your thing.
I'm stoked. I'm stoked to see him play.
So Calafiori, I'm really excited about him because he can play pretty much anywhere in the back line. He's kind of in the similar profile as Urian Timber, where he can play on the left, the right, or even center back. And I'm really excited to see him actually push forward like, Timber can do as well. And it gives Timber the proper time that he needs to recover from this ACL injury because, people just think that okay, he had ACL surgery. He's had time off. He can come back. But no, it's usually like a 2-year process. So
yeah, listen to this shit, dude.
Yeah.
Those are my knees because I never recovered from ACL surgery.
Oh, wow.
We don't want that to happen to him.
No, for sure. So yeah, we need to give him the proper time so he can rest and recover. And I think we have plenty of coverage now. And also the cool thing is Timber usually plays on the right side. So I'm hoping that when Timber comes back, he'll be more on the right, and then Fiore will be on the left, challenging Zinchenko as well. So, and just to divert a little bit, I know it's preseason, but Zenny looks like he's like back to his normal self. Like I was really impressed by how attack motivated he was. He scored a goal. He seemed like he put a lot of things to bed that was happening in the past season. Him and his family just had a kid. That could have been one of the things too. That was, don't get much sleep and things of that nature. So I'm hoping to see him back in his best. I'm not one of those people that's like, Zenny, get out of the club. Like, no, I think he has a lot to offer, and I'm excited.
I don't really care for him, to be honest. Like,
Paulina's like, get him out of here.
It's not even that get him out of here. I have no opinion, positive or negative. For me, he's very big yawn.
Yeah. Well, if anything, he could offer depth, and we definitely need depth because come January, we tend to drop like flies for some reason. I have no idea why.
We need a striker.
Oh my gosh. We need a striker bad.
Yesterday.
And one late transfer development, I guess we might be getting rid of Eddie Nketiah. He might be going to maybe Bournemouth. I can't remember. I'm just saying stuff on this podcast.
I saw that. I saw this morning on Twitter about transfer news. Again, I try to ignore it, but I'm also in a group chat with like 11 other men, and they don't let me sleep.
They're just chirping all night.
Yeah, I got it on mute, and they're like, "You never chime in," and I'm like, "Because you guys don't shut the fuck up."
Facts. Yeah, we get after it more than women for sure. We gossip so much, it's crazy.
It's true. Yeah. So I'm looking it up.
Yeah, where is he gonna go? Because I know it was gonna be Marseille, but that fell through.
Yeah, that fell through.
They didn't meet the valuation. Bournemouth. Yeah, because they just lost their striker too. Yeah.
They're looking to replace. Honestly, I think that would be a good move for Eddie.
I think so too. I think that'd be really good. So does this mean that we get Victor Osimhen?
Who fucking knows? I don't.
P is like, fuck this transfer talk shit.
No, it stresses me out.
Yeah.
Like thinking about possibilities, or like, I mean, at one point, I think it was the year that we got Pepe. Like, I was paying a lot of attention to that transfer window, and it was giving me heart palpitations. And I was just like, I'm good. This is not my thing.
Nah, I don't blame you. That makes a lot of sense. Now, have you seen like the new kits and everything?
Yeah.
You have? Okay. Well, I think that's something that we'll probably discuss in the next episode, because I really, really enjoyed what Adidas did with the reveal. Like, we had so many legends that came together from various clubs, and I really want to deep dive into the designs and things of that nature. So we'll save that for next time. But our new 3 kits, I think they're fire. I'm definitely going to get the third one. The home one, actually, I lied. I said all of them are fire. I actually hate our home kit. I think like the bubble look, I'm not feeling it, but we'll talk about that next time. That's nothing we can't wait on.
Yeah, if there's anything that Arsenal gets right every year, it's the kits.
Yeah.
And I don't care what anyone says. Last season's highlighter ass jersey was my favorite.
Oh my gosh, the Islington, the not to Islington, yeah.
I loved it.
It was good luck. I mean, we had a really good record with those kits.
We really did.
Yeah. So next episode, we're definitely going to talk about the kits and things of that nature. Deliver a little bit of a preview to the next season and things of that nature. And we wanted to talk a little bit about the preseason, but honestly, I don't think we should talk about it because I'm one of those fans. I don't give a fuck about preseason. Like, we're not getting trophies preseason. We play a lot of the youth, and I do think we should play more of the youth squad. We have a lot of good, exciting talent coming up, but I don't know, preseason doesn't really get me hyped. Like, I think I watched like 2 minutes of preseason and then I turned it off and did something else, like more fruitful in my life. Like, I don't know how you feel.
I feel about the same. I mean, I
Yeah.
really wish I could have gone, but with the prices, like the ticket gouging is insane for those prices. Even just to like LA, I could afford to fly to England, stay out there for a bit, and go to like an actual home game.
Right. I was actually going to go to the Philly game, and I got my tickets, and then I got my flight and stuff like that. But I was like, kind of came to the same conclusion that you did, P. I was like, I should just go to London for a week. Like, this doesn't make sense. So I sold it, and yeah, I was happy because that weekend I just kind of chilled at home, had some friends come over. It was a good time.
Fuck it, Arsenal 86 in London.
Oh my gosh, that's Liddy. Let's go.
Let's do it.
Yeah, for sure. It should be so litty. Yeah, we got to do it. We will do it. We will do it for y'all. For y'all, we will do it.
Yeah, I don't know. We got to do better about pricing out here.
Yeah.
For sports, especially for soccer. I can't even begin to imagine what the World Cup's going to be like.
Yeah, it's going to be brutal. And I actually saw that MLS, they are going to try to make a women's league after the World Cup. And I'm like, so you guys are just going to shit on all the other supporters? Like, that's what you guys are doing? It's just a money grab. To your point, soccer, football, whatever you want to call it, it's a great equalizer. It's not supposed to be expensive. Like, I don't know. Like,
it's always been working class. Like,
yes,
from the beginning. And if you have to decide whether to pay your fucking rent or buy a ticket, like, that's ridiculous.
It is. And now they're going to try to pinch from the NWSL, and it's like, nah, I hope you guys get boycotted, and I hope that league just fails. Like, it's ridiculous.
MLS is trash. And I say this as a fully like USL, like Phoenix Rising fan.
Yes.
When people say that like they should join MLS, I'm like, for what? So they can price the fans that have been there for a long time out.
Right.
But this is a different. Don't let me get into this conversation. I will rant. And this isn't about USL or MLS.
Oh, I was about to cook with you for USL, but yeah, for sure. I totally agree with you. But yeah, no, we're looking forward to talking to all y'all, meeting all y'all, and for sure, I think this is gonna be a fun season. I'm hopeful that we'll actually bring home some trophies this year, and yeah, I appreciate y'all hanging out with us.
If you have scarves from your Arsenal America, send them to me and I'll add them to my wall.
She's gonna add them to her wall. What?
Look, I have Chicago, obviously New York, Arsenal America, Austin, Nashville, New Orleans, Miami, Fresno, shout out 559, and Boston.
Whoa, look at that. That's so litty.
I try to visit all the Arsenal America like supporter bars.
That's so dope.
It's hard, you know.
Yeah, it is. I definitely want to make it out to Nashville, Miami, and Chicago this year. I have some good buddies over at Miami and Chicago, so I'm like, yeah, we got to link. We got to do something, man. Same.
Chicago knows they're some of my favorite outside of obviously Arsenal for the Arizona Gooners.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure the Arizona Gooners have like one of the biggest Arsenal America supporters clubs.
Wow, really?
Shout out Yucca. They open up at like 4 a.m. for us.
What?
Sometimes I like will DJ at Yucca. I don't go home. They'll be like, "You're gonna be back in 2 hours, Paulina." I'm like, "That's true. I'll help you clean."
Oh, that's so dope. It's great to have that relationship. That's what's up.
Yeah, the struggle of like being on the west side of the country, which also, by the way, like Arsenal, we don't or sorry, Arizona, we don't observe daylight savings. So sometimes we're Pacific, sometimes we're Mountain.
That is wild.
Yeah. And everyone's always like, "Wait, what? Where do you live?" And I'm like, "Well, I'm in Phoenix, but you guys, it's half of the year I'm an hour behind you, half of the other year I'm 2 hours behind you."
Yo, we gonna figure out this schedule too, because like I always tell people, like P exists in a place where time doesn't exist. Like she's just here and then there, and it's wild. I love it though. Arizona's
Arizona,
beautiful.
Arizona's fucking weird. It's it's hot. Time doesn't exist. It's been raining and storming all week. We get monsoons and haboobs. If you don't know what a haboob is, like that scene in The Mummy where the sand is coming.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what a haboob looks like.
Like, have you ever been stuck in one of those? That's just crazy.
Yeah, they're not insanely dangerous. Obviously, if
Okay.
you're driving in them, it sucks. It does go to like zero visibility really fast, but they pass really fast. The only thing that's like that might be dangerous for you is if you have breathing issues, because obviously that amount of dust carries a lot of illnesses like valley fever and stuff.
Yeah,
And so you don't want to be outside when that's happening.
for sure. For sure. No, that's dope. I got to come out to like since you said Arizona, the Gooners are litty there. I need to come check it out, man. I would definitely will.
We roll deep. We roll deep.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Well, 86ers, thanks for joining us. This is gonna be so litty. We have a lot of good content for y'all. I promise. Like, this is gonna be the best podcast, Arsenal podcast. Like I said,
Yeah, I'm stoked.
for sure. All right, we'll holla at y'all, 86ers. Bye.
Bye.